Hey everybody, welcome to a new video. Today I'm doing a ways to wear it styling video with these pants. These are the Tio Pant from Sezane. They're part of the, I think it's called the Editions collection, which I think is a bit more of their like special pieces. So they are pretty expensive, but they're really nice, really high quality. The material on the outer part is a linen silk blend, linen dominant, and they are gonna wrinkle a little bit, but I think slightly less than if it was a full linen pant. Definitely have a few pairs of linen pants in my closet that look much more wrinkled than this pair, that have both been sitting on hangers, and yeah, linen just wrinkles really easily. So it's nice to get blends sometimes because that does help. I did get these in a size 44, which is about a US 12. I am pretty solidly in the 12 category right now. I do think they run just a little tight. That said, they are kind of loosening up as they heat up on my body and things like that. So I think that if you're in the 12 range, 10 to 12 range, you're probably pretty fine with the 44. If you run more towards the 14, size up. They do have a lining as well, fully lined, and that's 100% viscose, and it does have the nice like attachment on the bottom so that, you know, the lining doesn't like bunch up or anything as you move. It should stay in place. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to show you a few different ways that you can style these pants. I think that something like this can be a little intimidating to people sometimes. I think sometimes people aren't sure they're going to get a lot of use out of them. So I'm going to show you a couple of different outfit formulas, and within those outfit formulas, a few variations. So you should be able to walk away from this video with minimum of, not 10, 5, minimum of 5 ways that you could style this, but honestly, you'll probably see between 7 to 10 variations, depending on how much I really want to play with it. But yeah, let's start with this variation. It's very simple. Whenever you have a very bold piece, you just want to balance it. Not always, but a lot of times it's easy to balance it out by just putting on something simple like a white or a black top. And you can balance the proportions, like this is a wider leg pant, so I'm actually wearing this black crop jacket because I like it. But probably what I would mostly do is wear it with this black tube top. I could dress it down with a black t-shirt that was a bit more fitted, or a black button up, you know, something like that maybe I'm tucking in. I think really anything would be fine here. You want to be slightly more fitted on top because these are a wide leg pants. They're not too wide. And then I've got a pair of black open toe heels because this is summer. If I was doing this in winter, I'd probably wear a pair of black closed toed shoes, maybe a good point on them because I like that. And then I would probably wear a biker jacket with this because in my head, this is what I'm wearing on like a fun night out with the girls, or if I'm going on a date or something like that. I want to feel a little dressed up, but I don't want to be like super girly dressed up, you know what I mean? So this is what I would wear. So because of the material, these pants are just naturally a little bit more of like they look a little bit more special occasion or a little bit dressier. Again, because of the sheen from the silk, they are just they're giving more like occasion wear. And so if you want to dress it down, I would do it this way. Just like throw on the most basic of basic t-shirts, a black or a white t-shirt, and then a pair of sneakers. These pants are, like I said, a little long, and even though this ked has a bit of a platform, it's still too long. So what I would really recommend doing, especially because these are a nicer pair of pants and because they are a more delicate material, is I would definitely make sure to flip the hem inside and then pin it together. And you could pin it to the lining so that you're not hurting the exterior, you know what I mean? It's like a thicker hem. But if you're probably not gonna be able to see this very well. If you flip it inside and then you hem it to the lining, it should do okay. And then you can kind of make it work for you so you're not dragging it on the ground. But these are definitely, I mean, I'm 5'9", okay? And these are definitely long enough that you're probably gonna want to wear a heel with them, or you're gonna want to like sort of temporarily hem them. So just a heads up, if you're a shorter girl or guy, I don't know, if you're a shorter human, you might need to either have them professionally hemmed, or you might just need to accept that these are gonna be pants you wear with a heel. So there is that. But if you are super long legged, lucky you. And then I'm just throwing it in with a brown bag because my color combination for this summer seems to be blue, white, and brown. It's like what I'm wearing constantly. So yeah, I think this is a really fun and casual way to wear it. You could throw it on with a denim jacket or like a nice little white crop jacket or really whatever you wanted. And I think it would just look really easy and cool. Let's move on to outfit formula number 2, which I need to remind myself of. Where did my phone go? Phone! This is monochrome, or mostly monochrome. I don't have blue shoes, and the pants obviously have a red stripe in them, but by and large I think this qualifies as monochrome. If I had a blue shoe, I would definitely wear the blue shoe, just because I think that whole like can't speak today, the like color column, if you will, I think it's a really nice effect. So if I had a blue shoe, I would definitely go for it. This is the Sezane Michael jacket, and none of these blues exactly match, but they're all in the same color family, and I think relatively, I mean, this is a little bit more vibrant, but it works, I think, for the most part. I mean, if I had a slightly more muted blue blazer, I think that would work slightly better. I might change my mind once I watch this video back. You might disagree with me, but if you disagree, I think you can at least agree that this version of it without the blazer works pretty well. So hear me out. This is a very maximalist vibe. I don't even think it's as maximalist as it could be. Like, there's jewelry that could be added in. Like, there's so much more you could do with this outfit. However, I think the stripes on stripes is really fun, and I wasn't sure because one of the big rules you hear in mixing prints and patterns is that you often want to have like a contrasting shape, right? So I would normally, and I will show you this in just a second, I would normally put this with a floral shirt that I have. So you would get that contrast of like really organic florals with the very structured, you know, stripe. But I was thinking about it, I'm like, I think that this is really fun because you have the blue stripe that echoes the blue stripe, like the wide blue stripe. I mean, you have all the same colors. It's a very cohesive color palette, and this stripe, like, it's dark, light, and you've still got that sort of, you know, darker, lighter. You've got sort of that same echo of each other, but they're lining up in a way that they feel, I mean, they're not perfectly aligned, but I think it's an interesting contrast still, and it does create this like very vertical line. I think it's a lot on the eyes, but I kind of love that. I am not afraid to be like, more is more. So I think that's really fun. However, if you wanted to tone it down ever so slightly, you could throw on a blazer to help create a little bit more break, and that's why I added the belt and the white details to just create some break in the line and the visual of it all. So this is a Everlane linen blazer. The shirt is my new, it's a linen rayon mix, and it's from H&M. I did a same 5 ways to wear it video for this blue shirt. So if you like this blue shirt and you're like, hey, how can I wear that? Check that video out. But I think this is quite fun, and you can like roll up the sleeves and things, you know what I mean? Like, there's lots you can do with it. I think adding some more jewelry to it and breaking up sort of the neckline a little bit. You could add a thicker white belt if you wanted to. I would probably wear a chunkier shoe. These are some Vince Camuto slingbacks. I haven't bothered to put the sling back on. Yeah, I actually quite like this. It is a lot. It's a lot of look, but I think that's okay. I don't think that you should shy away from being bold and eye-catching if that makes your heart sing, and it does for me. I really like it. I'm going to show you 2 versions of this pair of pants mixed with a floral. I've got one that's definitely in that blue category, and then I've got one that really embraces the burgundy, and I think is a really great option for more of like a fall leaning outfit, just because burgundy, yeah, the top that I have is a bit more like fall leaning floral. So, because you want to be able to wear these pants year round. They can be worn year round. I think blue is a beautiful color to wear into the fall and winter. They're summery. Like, this to me is a year round pant. This is not a year round outfit though. All right, I'll show you the other versions. So this is what I mean by like mixing a floral with a geometric. This is a little bit more your, I think, what you might expect to see. I think print on, like stripe on stripe feels very like advanced. I don't know, I think print mixing is it's an art. But I really like this. This is a vintage shirt I picked up in Lisbon a couple of years ago. It's 100% cotton. It's really nice in summer, and I just really, really like it. And I think it goes really lovely with these pants. I really wish I had a blue pair of heels now, because I would love that more like, it's not exactly a monochromatic look, but I would really like to continue the column of blue. So I'm still in the white shoes, but if I had a really lovely like blue pair, I would have gone for that. But yeah, generally I think this is just like a very easy print mix. Again, very bold, very colorful, not for the people who are all about the neutrals. But for my more maximalist people, or if you are looking to just have a bit of a play and get more use out of your print and pattern pieces, like really encourage you to try print mixing. I know it maybe feels a little, it's definitely not like the trend right now, but I think we'll move back that direction eventually. I think we're already starting to see more color introduction, so the pendulum swings, and honestly there are no more trends. Like everything is trending and anything goes, so if you want to do a maximalist approach to dressing, like, go for it. I'm wearing this kind of more Merlot colored shirt. I feel like the red stripe is so small that you can barely tell that it's like a burgundy stripe. I mean, again, you're just kind of bringing in the reds, right? And so this is, again, it's really pretty, this top. It's got this floral pattern on it. It's got like a little Swiss polka dot on the sheer part of the sleeve and little frills. This pussy bow blouse, it's very feminine, and I like how soft and sort of romantic this outfit feels. And it's a bit more muted because the red is more of like a Merlot burgundy color, so it really brings it into that like fall color. And also, since we're thinking of red and burgundy in particular as a colorful neutral increasingly, I mean it is a colorful neutral, I think that kind of helps tone the outfit down a little bit and make it feel a little more comfortable for people who might prefer like the more muted neutral tones. Although nothing about this outfit is like neutral. Yeah, I think it's nice. I am not sure, like I had tried a black belt on and it felt a little odd. So I'm not sure if I love like the waistline detail on this pant. I keep wanting to kind of hide this little strip. So I'm not sure how they could have done that differently, but yeah, it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite detail of the pants. I just kind of struggle with it. But in general, I think this is pretty great. There are lots of, you know, you could do this up a bit more and cuff like put this button together and it would give it a bit less of a flowy feel, but it would still be very romantic. So yeah, this is how I would do this look in fall. Okay, we're kind of coming a bit full circle, right? Because I did have you pairing these pants with a basic t-shirt earlier, but I was really going for like solids and very basic things, and I did show you more like dressed up and casual versions. But this I think goes even more in that like it's like a different aesthetic, kind of more like punk aesthetic, but she's still kind of funky and fun. I don't know, I feel like I have a coworker who used to dress a lot like this. Anyway, it might not be the obvious choice, but I think if you were somebody who likes to kind of mix your band t-shirts and your really casual like rocker style in with the occasional unexpected piece, I think this is a little fun. So I've got a band t-shirt. It's literally the only band t-shirt I own. Shout out to Igor, great band. This is the Levi's biker jacket that I picked up in SF a couple of weeks ago. Check out that vlog if you're interested. We did a little bit of like secondhand shopping in SF while I was on a work trip there, so that was fun. And then I'm wearing these Aloha Luxo loafers. Again, I would prefer a bit more of a heel. There is a pair of like Prada heeled combat boots that like I would love. It's the ones where they have like little zip up pockets on the side. I know those aren't like so on trend anymore, but I think those are classic pieces, especially if you lean into like the punk rocker style. They're so cool. I really want to get a pair eventually, maybe someday. But yeah, I think this is, you know, very unexpected sort of punk rock. Well, I don't know if it's punk rock, but anyway, it's kind of how you could do a little bit more like edge with these pants if you wanted to. Might not be for everybody, but that's what personal style is about. It's what works for you and what you like. So, other really obvious combinations that I'm not going to show you, but I will give a shout out to. It's currently 70 degrees outside, so I'm not interested in putting on a sweater, but in the fall, I have like a burgundy knit turtleneck sweater that would go really great with these. Likewise, you know, black, brown, white, any of those would go really great. I think a mustardy yellow would look lovely because blue and yellow are complementary. Oh, so annoying, my SD card filled up and cut me off. So just to finish my thoughts on that, a yellow sweater would that look great, just because, like I said, complementary colors. But generally, I just think, I mean, I hope the point is, sorry. Generally, the point is that there's a lot more use you can get out of these pants than you might think initially, just because if you're willing to like play a little bit and mix and match and think about wearing them in ways that kind of create tension, either through color and texture or through sort of like vibes, right? Like you can get a lot of use out of these kinds of pants. So, sorry, text message. So yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed that video. I also just want to say, in all transparency, like I have decided to send them back to Sezane, not because I can't get a lot of use out of them, because even I'm surprised as I'm styling up like how much use I would get out of these pants. But I did also buy the Will jacket and it's very expensive, and so are these pants, and I have to be a responsible human, and so I can only keep one. And I'm keeping the more expensive piece, but I think the Will jacket is just, I just really, really love it. And I don't have anything like that in my closet. And I have plenty of high-waisted wide leg pants. And I suspect that these pants might eventually go on sale. So I'm gonna cross my fingers, and if they do go on sale, or if I feel like I really, really regret sending them back later, I might grab them again. So yeah, we'll see. But I just wanted to be transparent with you because I know I've said that I'm doing these styling videos for everything that I bring into my closet. And yeah, I didn't want you to think that I was gonna keep them or that I'm only ordering things to do this. Like I really was considering these pants, and I have to be pragmatic and follow something like a budget. So yeah, I'm gonna keep the Will jacket because it's so pretty. But I really still wanted to do this video so you could see so you could see how you might style these pants if you are interested in. They're great. I really, really like them. I wish that I had unlimited funds so that I could, or that Sezane would like sponsor me so I could have all of their clothing because I love that brand. I will do a video with the Will jacket. I know it's kind of a bit more basic, and I'm not going to style up. Like I've ordered some black and white t-shirts, and I'm not going to show you like 5 ways to wear a white t-shirt because you're smart. You can figure that out. And if you can't, Pinterest can help you. But I think especially for some of these more interesting pieces, or for something like the Will jacket, I think it's kind of fun to play around and create more outfits and just kind of have some inspiration. So I'm gonna do one for the Will jacket. I've already done one for there's a white and yellow dress that I did. I showed you the H&M shirt. So yeah, I'm building out quite a series. If there is a particular piece you're interested in, let me know. If I have something similar to it, or if it's from Sezane, there's a good chance I already have it. Or something similar to it, then let me know and I'll try and offer you suggestions or something like that. Or I'm always just happy to brainstorm with you in the comments. If you have like a piece that you are trying to figure out how to wear, like I'm happy to brainstorm with you because that's fun. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.